What the heck even is Distrokid? In the game of music marketing, strategy is everything. You can learn as a beginner how music distribution works, how to build your brand, and how to use YouTube as a marketing platform for your music. Why does music distribution have to be so complicated? My name is Kendra, and I am here to help you understand how to maximize your reach for your music on YouTube. Welcome, Music Meeples. We are here to learn about how to market our music on YouTube. In this video, we are going to be covering three things. First, we're going to talk about what Distrokid even is. Second, we're going to talk about how to sign up for an account. And then third, if you stick around till the end, I will show you how the actual release process works. I will show you what that interface looks like so that you can decide if Distrokid is the right platform for you. Okay, Meeples, let's get into it. And so on this channel, we are taking things down to the basics. And I mean really basic. We're going to be looking at the definitions of basic terms like music distribution, music royalties. We're going to learn exactly how the industry works and how you can get paid as an artist. So let's start with the very basics. Music distribution. What does that even mean? Well, think about someone standing on the corner in a city street and they're distributing flyers. They're handing out something that they have to offer to a lot of different people. That is what music distribution is. You create something and you want to distribute it out to the world so that people can find it. In order to do that, there's a couple steps that you need to take. So today we are going to look at just one option for music distribution, and that is Distrokid. Let's talk about the key features of Distrokid. The number one feature is obviously music distribution. You upload your music to Distrokid and then they will then distribute it to different platforms like Spotify, Amazon Music, YouTube Music, Apple Music, and so many more. At its most basic level, what Distrokid does, it takes your music and distributes it worldwide to digital stores and streaming services. The next key feature of Distrokid is release management. Distrokid allows artists to upload and manage their songs, albums, and cover art, making the entire release process pretty seamless. The next very important feature of Distrokid is royalty collection management. Distrokid will help make sure that you are getting the royalties that you deserve for that music. So Distrokid collects the royalties from streaming platforms and distributes them directly to the artist, ensuring they get paid for their music. The next key feature of Distrokid is copyright management. Oftentimes, artists will want to perform a cover song, and Distrokid can help make sure that you get the proper license to do it in the right way. And the last key feature of Distrokid is analytics. When you release your music on Distrokid, it collects data on where it's being distributed, how often it's being listened to, what are the most popular streams, what types of songs are people interested in, and that is one of the key features to helping your music grow. If you can look at the analytics of what's doing well, you can make more music that's going to sell. One other thing that I really love about Distrokid is that it does have an option to directly link with YouTube and an official artist page. This is where my expertise comes in. I love working with artists to really help maximize their growth using YouTube. YouTube is the second largest search engine in the world, and it's operated by Google, the number one search engine in the world. And so if you want to be found, you want to be on YouTube. I just want to let you know I'm going to be posting new videos every Monday all about music distribution, building your brand, and ranking your music on YouTube. So if this is something that interests you, please hit subscribe. In fact, I'll give you a chance to do that right now. How about we take 5 seconds? Go ahead, find the little subscribe button. Did you do it? Awesome, thank you, I really appreciate it. Go ahead and hit the like button while you're at it. Okay, let's get actually into Distrokid. Let's set up an account together so you can see what it looks like. Let's set up a new Distrokid account together. So when you're looking at Distrokid, you can see that there is an option in the top corner that says sign in. It says it is the easiest way for musicians to get into Spotify, Apple, Amazon, Tidal, TikTok, YouTube, and more. So let's go ahead and sign up. If you are going to link a Google account, it is going to ask for permission to link them. Distrokid is a reliable source. I'm going to go ahead and link those accounts, give them access. I'm going to hit continue. And we wait because my internet is slow. Okay, so now it will ask you to sign in with a social account, and it wants either Apple, Google, or Facebook. When I was originally trying this, I tried linking it with Google and it kept giving me an error message. It just kept going back, oh, sign in with a social account, sign in with a social account. And then once I would sign in, it would kick me back to sign in again. So this time I'm just gonna enter it in manually, and I could probably link it with my Gmail later. So once you sign up, which is a very quick process, it then lets you see the different pricing options. Let's take a look. The most popular one is right here in the middle, and that is Musicians Plus. You can see the different options for signing up here. Basic Musician is going to be $1.92 a month. Musicians Plus is $3.33 per month. And the ultimate starts at $7.50 a month. There's a lot of different upgrades you can do. I recommend, if you are an independent artist, signing up for the basic account, just one artist. However, why might you want two artists? Well, a lot of the clients that I work with are children's musicians, so they release music for kids. However, they also have music that isn't necessarily for kids that they still want out there in the world. And so they log those as two separate musicians within the same account, so that people who want the kids' music will always get the kids' music from their artist persona as a children's musician, but also people who like their adult content can find them as an artist in that genre as well. If you have two different audiences, or let's say you're in a band and you do solo work, then you would want to choose Musicians Plus. I'm going to pick the most basic option for now. Now, even with the musician plan, it's only $22 for the year, and you get unlimited uploads. So you will need to pay with a card to get started. Once you enter your payment information, it says, congratulations, you made a great decision. Enjoy unlimited uploads to stores and a gazillion other features you won't find anywhere else. And then it says you're ready to start. Let's go ahead and click Start Now. This then gives you two options to get started. You can master a track within there, or you can upload a song. That is the first step that they assume most people want to do. But first, let's just look at some of the features. So upload is going to be very simple. You can upload a video, or you can upload music. An important feature that you will not get with the basic plan is stats. This is where the analytics come in, where you can really see what is performing well, how your streams are doing. One other option that Distrokid has is this splits feature. This is if you are collaborating with other people. So it says automatically split payments to your collaborators, automatically route any percentage of earnings on a track to anyone. So if you collaborated with someone on a project and you need to share the profits from that project, this is where you can do that. Then, of course, there is an upgrade option, because a lot of people will find that the basic account times out really quickly, that they do not have all of the features that they need. And so this again is where it will just take you back to that same pricing page, and let's take a look and see what some of these other options are. So upload unlimited songs, upload unlimited lyrics, Spotify verified checkmate, create royalty splits, access to 21 free tools, and mobile app access. That's all basic. But then you start getting into things like streaming stats, customizing your own label name. This is an interesting one. So if you don't work with a label, which most artists who are streaming their own music don't, you can kind of create your own independent label. So rather than just saying Kendra distributed music by Kendra, it can be, oh, Kendra is working with the label Music Tube Marketing, and that makes it look a little more polished, that you actually have your own label. Other benefits are that you could do file sharing on here, you can do custom iTunes pricing, and again, in that more advanced, you can really get more analytics. And so that is where, if you are really serious about growing your music and your following, and you really want to get into the nitty-gritty of the analytics to optimize your reach, you can do that here. Here are some of the goodies that they talk about. So get heard now, promote yourself, special access, a lot of neat features in here. If you want a more in-depth tutorial on all of these, just let me know and I can do another video that's a little bit longer. All right, and then of course in this corner here, you're gonna have your general account information, a personal profile, your payout method, which is how you are going to actually get your royalties, updating your payment information, all of the receipts are logged in here. There's cover song licensing. We talked about this a little bit earlier. A lot of artists don't have a ton of original tracks, and so they want to cover songs and release them. This is where Distrokid can help you out. You download your cover song licensing here, and then there's a refer a friend discount code, which is pretty great. Before we get to that last step of where to actually go to get your first stream live, I just want to let you know I do have a guide in the description of this video that really breaks down all of the basics of music distribution. It's got definitions, it's got lists of platform options, it talks about what is a YouTube official artist channel, everything. If you need it in writing, it is in the description. Just follow that link and I will email that to you. Okay, so very last thing, we are going to look at actually sending out our first release. So let's upload. So you're going to upload your music. Now, before you can do this, you do need to insert your contact information, and it is going to ask for your name, phone number, things like that, just to make sure that they can reach out to you. It will have you read the Distrokid agreement. If you want another video where I go into that agreement and really tell you exactly all of the terms and services, let me know and I can make that for you guys. All right, and then you do have to enter your password one more time before you can continue to distribute. Now, this is going to ask for two-step authorization. So here we go. It just sent it to my phone. All right, 1767. Okay, it says your account has been updated. It's now secure. It's got my contact information. It has my phone number. That way they can do two-step verification. The last thing you want is someone else uploading music under your name. So let's go to continue to upload music. Then you can choose the number of songs. You're probably going to have just a single. Has this single been previously released? So if you had previously used a different music distribution platform like TuneCore or CD Baby, you would need to choose yes. Then it says you can upgrade to Ultimate to get the different features, or you can click no thanks. You need to add the artist or band name, the release date. Now, notice it doesn't give me an option right now. On the most basic accounts, it is going to release your music usually pretty much within 24 hours once you finish and submit this song. If you want to be able to choose a specific release date for your music, you're going to need to upgrade to a bigger plan. Then record labels. If you do not have the higher plan where you get to establish your own record label, then it will automatically put Distrokid as the label. Then it lets you choose the language, the genre. Let's choose children's music because most of the people I work with make children's music. Then you are able to upload your album cover. If you are a beginner and you are making your own album artwork, you're not working with a graphic designer, I highly recommend you check out Canva. One thing to be aware of is if you are making your own album artwork on Canva, make sure that the new document is that exact proportion, 3000 by 3000, because if you don't have a Canva Pro account, to resize it, you do have to upgrade or you have to pay. That says this is just a recommendation and they'll accept most images, but it's just better to follow the guidelines. So it says stores will reject artwork that contains a website address, a Twitter name, anything that's pixelated or poor quality, or if there's prices or store logos, they don't want any of that. They just want to see the music, they want to see the artist, they want to see the art behind it. This is not like a billboard advertising your company. This is just what image represents the music best. It also says you own this artwork. So you can't just take something off of Google Images that you like and post it. You need to make sure that it is a public domain image or royalty free, or that it's a picture that you actually took. Then you get into actually adding the information about your track. So you have the title of the track. You don't include the name of the artist. So if you want to cover Blank Space by Taylor Swift, you just put blank space. You don't put Taylor Swift's name there, and you don't include a date either. Now, it asks if you want to add a featured artist. If you collaborated with another musician, then you click yes, and it will ask you to add who that featured artist is. And that could be a remixer or an artist. And you can add multiple here with this add another featured artist. If you would like, you can add a version information in here. And so if it is a radio edit version of your song, if it includes some explicit lyrics, then you can mark that here. It will give you a preview here. So let's say blank space, it'll show you what that will look like as a preview. Then you actually upload the video file. There are a couple options here. You can do a WAV file, MP3, M4A, FLAC, AIFF, or WMA are these options. Next, an international standard recording code. And it is a 12-character code that is assigned to a specific song for release. Next, it wants you to mark if there are explicit lyrics. This is important, just to make sure that we're keeping little ears safe. If it's a radio edit, you can mark that. Do you want a preview clip? To decide if you have an interesting song where there's a lot of variation within the tone and you want a very specific part of it to be previewed, this is where you can select exactly what part you want people to hear in the preview. Then it will show you the iTunes pricing. Now, the price of most single tracks is 99 cents in iTunes. If you want to change this, you will need to upgrade to the ultimate plan. Now, of course, at the end, it is going to upsell you to a bunch of different options. Notice it does have kind of the area that I special in, which is YouTube Content ID and YouTube Creator Music. So with the very basic release setup, it's going to cost me $12 to release this song. There are some important checkboxes here before you release it. Make sure you read through all these. There are some interesting things here that you want to pay attention to. Notice the very first one says, I selected YouTube Music. So once you submit your song, if you had YouTube Music selected way back up at the top, then it is going to create a new YouTube channel for you and put your album on there. And if you don't want that, you need to unselect YouTube. Again, this gets a little tricky, and so that is why I have a job, basically, because artists want to have better control over what their music looks like on YouTube. And so if you are interested in figuring out that relationship, keep watching this channel, hit subscribe, and I'll go more in depth into what that means. And then there are other options here that you really need to read before you submit, especially on your first release. Make sure that you read through the details. Don't just click them and hit send, because you want to know what you are agreeing to, and then you will hit continue. So that was Distrokid, but there are a lot of other options out there. So now let's take a look at one of those options.